don't want you to worry. This deal is, it's like going to a pawnbroker and saying, listen, I want to sell you some of my equity temporarily so I can get some money to do what I got to do. Then later on, buy back the equity because I don't want you to own my home. I'm just using my equity as collateral to get fronted some money. Because that's how the world, that in the world of lending, lenders will give you money based on certain things that you have available. Look at this. This is not my webpage, but this is a webpage that's talking about the 3 C's of credit. Basically, a lender will give you money if you are based on your credit history. So that if you have a good credit score, like the bank, they will give you some money. Or a combination of these things. So, or if you own some valuable assets, you can use that asset as collateral to get a loan. For example, let's say you own real estate, or you have a savings, an IRA, a 401k. You own a store with a whole bunch of merchandise. You own big equipment. You can use that as collateral to get money. So that's what you're doing with this deal right here. You're using the equity in you that you have built over time in your home as collateral, as an asset to be sold to a lender. So that is why you don't have any monthly payments when you deal with us, because you're not getting a loan. You are selling a piece of your equity in exchange for cash so that you can use the cash, make $1 out of 15 cents, and then come back to us later on to get back your equity. It's a nice little arrangement for homeowners that need access to a large lump sum of cash, but they don't have the credit score to go to a bank. In order to go to like a bank, whatever bank it is, Bank of America or whatever, Capital One or whatever, you're going to need at least a 700 credit score, and you're going to have to show that you have income. But we don't, because you're not getting a loan from the lenders that we work with, you are getting fronted cash. Like if you're going to a pawn broker, you are selling a piece of your equity because your equity is considered to be a valuable asset. So let's say you own a house that's worth $100,000 right now, and over the years you've managed to pay off $70,000 of that. That $70,000 that you have as equity is an asset that the lender, that you can sell a piece of it to. Now, we don't expect you to sell all your equity to us. What we are doing is we're expecting you to sell a piece of the equity that you own in exchange for cash now, and then you have 30 years to buy it back. The whole purpose of this strategy is like you using a little strategy to get some money to make $1 out of 15 cents. A lot of people come to us when they have low credit, but they want to, let's say, start a business. They want to buy a franchise that costs, let's say, $200,000, $150,000. You don't have the money. You don't have the credit to get money from the bank. You don't have good credit to get startup capital or credit cards or anything to buy this franchise that costs $150,000. You can tap your equity. You can sell a piece of your equity to our lenders. You get the $150,000. You go, you make your money, and then within 30 years, when you make profit in your business and you make back the money that you sold and stuff like that, then you could come back to lenders and say, listen, here's the $50,000 that you borrowed from, that you gave me for selling you a piece of that equity, and here is your percentage of the appreciation of that equity. Because that is the benefit to the lender. What happens is that they know that the equity in a home usually increases over time. So that equity that you have now may be worth $70,000, but in 10 years it may be worth $140,000. You understand? So that's how this deal works. Now, I don't want you to, if you still have a lot more questions, don't worry about it. One of the lenders will come and speak to you directly to tell you if your home does qualify. You will speak to a home equity investment specialist, and they will tell you exactly what the deal is. But I just wanted you to get a gist of what this deal is all about. My name is Sharice Connell. I work from home. I am a loan broker. I have partners with so many. I know the underwriting rules for like basically every commercial loan program and home investment program they have out there. So what I do is I work from home, and generate leads and contact for these lenders, and I introduce people that are in need of money to lenders based upon one of the 3 C's, or a combination of the 3 C's of credit that they have. Okay? And pardon me if you hear a lot of noise in the background. Like I said, I work from home and I live in a very noisy area of New York City. So, so I want you to excuse me for that. But that's basically what's going on. Okay, so, and you could, the thing about it is, you can tap as much homes as you want. So let's say you have a resident and somebody passed away and you got another vacation home, and you are a retired real estate investor and you have a whole bunch of homes, or you're a landlord. You can tap all that money, and then you can flip that money and then come back and pay it, and then you got 30 years to buy back your equity. Right? Usually, this is what people do. Usually people come to us when they want to purchase a business opportunity, like a franchise. Or they come to us to tap their equity if they want to get into real estate investing. Or they come to us because they know that within 30 years, 20 years, they're going to sell the home and they don't care. So they plan to sell the home. If you have a good exit strategy on how you're going to buy back your equity, or if you plan to sell the home, then this is a very viable option for you. But the first step began what you did. You submit your property details. All we need is the address of the property. It has to be in one of the states that we work in. And then the lender will call you, give me a thumbs up, and then they're going to call you. And it's not a lender. I'm saying lender because I'm used to using that word, but it's not. This is not a loan. This is a sale of a piece of asset. Okay, so I don't want to get you too confused, but I just wanted to give you an idea about what this is. Okay, bye. Talk to you soon.